Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another video. It is I, Buckeye Mike, and as you can guess, I'm here in this video today to talk to you about the NFL Week 4 picks. And we're going to go through these real quick, and I'm going to give you my picks, and let's see how we do. We've been doing somewhat okay so far, so let's see if we can keep that up, and hopefully it continues. But yeah, let's get into it. So the first game of the week is the big old heated rivalry on Thursday night football between the Dallas Cowboys and your New York Giants. I have no faith in both teams. Both teams disgust me, and uh, I just don't really care one way or the other who wins this game. But with that being said, we got to pick a winner. Post Malone likes the Cowboys. Huge fan of the Cowboys, always has been. With that said, we're going to go with the Dallas Cowboys to win the game. And I'm going to say the Cowboys win by a score of 23-17. Now we head into Sunday games. We got the Saints and the Falcons. The Falcons just barely lost to the Kansas City Chiefs on Sunday Night Football this past weekend. But the Saints lost to the Eagles. But before that, we're just absolutely smoking everybody. I think last week for the Saints, it was just a blip in the radar. I think the Saints get back on track. I think it's a complete demolition of the Falcons. I think the Saints are going to win. I think the Saints win by a score of 44-10. The Bengals taking on the Panthers is our next game here. You got the 0-3 Bengals, the 1-2 Panthers. I believe they're 1-2. The bigger storyline here is the 0-3 Bengals. If we're looking at team preference, if we're looking at individual players, it's probably Andy Dalton being the starting QB for the Carolina Panthers. So the Bengals are backed into a corner right now, and they're at a point where they absolutely need to win this game. The Bengals just haven't been jiving very well, if you ask me. They haven't completely looked to themselves, which in the long run will be a problem. Give me the Bengals to win in a close one. 23 to 16. 23 to 16 Cincinnati Bengals. Next, we have the LA Rams taking on the Chicago Bears. I seriously think there are still issues with Caleb Williams. It's still early, though, and the Rams haven't looked quite themselves. The Bears have proven they can win without Caleb being an impact, but there's a lot more experience with the Rams here. I'm going to have to go with the Los Angeles Rams on this one. 28-13 Rams over the Bears. Next, we have an inter-division game between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. The Packers, especially after the injury to Jordan Love, have kind of fallen off a bit here, but even then, the Vikings, they lost J.J. McCarthy, who everyone thought would have done very, very well with the Vikings. But Sam Darnold has done incredible job filling in for JJ, and I haven't really seen any drop off. Give me the Vikings to win in a classic 28-24. Next 1 o'clock game we have is the Jacksonville Jaguars against the Houston Texans. Now, Houston finally did lose their first game last weekend to the Vikings, but we just watched the Jags get blown out by the Buffalo Bills 47-10. I think CJ is looking to bounce back. Tank Dell be wanting to go off. The Texans are out for blood in this one, and Jacksonville is just the latest victim for the Texans. I think the Texans will win, move on to 3-1. By a score of 35-3. Give me the Houston Texans to win the game. Next in the 1 o'clock window, one of our last 1 o'clock window games, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Indianapolis Colts in Indianapolis. Justin Fields has been looking phenomenal for the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Colts have kind of been up and down so far this year. AR5, Anthony Richardson, has not been looking himself so far. The Colts overall have just been having problems across the board. I think the Steelers are the better put together team here. So give me the Pittsburgh Steelers to win this game. I think they can win this game kind of easily. I'm going to say they win the game 30-10 over the Colts. Give me the Steelers. Next up, in our second to last 1 o'clock game on Sunday, the Denver Broncos and the New York Jets. Aaron Rodgers is coming into his groove, finally looking like his old self. The Broncos don't look very good. Bo Nix is slowly coming into form. I think he still has a lot to work on. Give me the Jets to win this game easily, handily, 23-3. Our next game is the last 1 o'clock window game for week 4. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield's been looking really good for Tampa Bay. Jalen Hurts been kind of iffy for Philly. The Eagles barely squeaked out a win last week over the Saints. This one's in Tampa Bay. I think I'm going to have to go with the Buccaneers in this one. I just don't see how the Eagles can bounce back after the ungodly performance last week. Give me the Buccaneers to win 34-14. With that said, We now go into the what is called and considered the 4 o'clock window on Sunday. We have 4 games. The first one at 4:05, we got the Washington Commanders and Jaden Daniels and scary Terry McLaurin taking on the Arizona Cardinals, Kyler Murray, Marvin Harrison. I think Marv is going to go off, but I think Washington is the better put together team here. I know the Cardinals just blew out the Rams a week or two ago, but I think overall the more meshed and put together team here is the Washington Commanders. I think the Cardinals could give them a run for their money for a little bit, but in the end, I think the Commanders come out on top by a score of 33-17. Next is the first 425 game. The New England Patriots traveling to Levi Stadium to take on the 49ers. Both teams are kind of iffy right now. I think the 49ers are better off than the Patriots. Currently speaking, I mean, the 49ers just squeak one out 20-17. Next 425 game is a divisional matchup. You got the Kansas City Chiefs going on the road to take on the LA Chargers. Yeah, the Chargers got Herbert. They got J.K. Dobbins from Ohio State. They got Jim Harbaugh now, former Michigan head coach. But the Chiefs are just on a roll here. I know they barely won the game last week on Sunday Night Football over the Falcons. They won by 5 points. That tells me they can win close and they can win in a blowout. I think the Chiefs win this game handily, easily, and win by 2 touchdowns. 38-24, Kansas City Chiefs. Now our final 425 game for week 4 is the Cleveland Browns traveling to Las Vegas to take on the Raiders. I absolutely cannot stand Deshaun Watson. I never have been able to. And this man needs to go away. I don't care if we stink. I love my Browns, but I hate Deshaun Watson. And I cannot stand him. With that being said, I think the Raiders look better than the Browns currently do because they don't have any cohesion. The Browns are not cohesive. Give me the Raiders. I think the Browns defense will carry them again. Quite honestly, this could look like another we should have won the game, but we didn't because our offense absolutely stinks. Give me the Raiders 26-21. Now, Sunday Night Football. The Buffalo Bills taking on the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens just picked up their first win last week over, you guessed it, the freaking Cowboys. Well, the Bills just absolutely destroyed the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think the Bills are light years better than the Ravens, but the Ravens do have a decent run game. I think the Bills win 45-14. And now for our next Monday night doubleheader like we had last week. You have Tennessee Titans taking on the Miami Dolphins and the Seattle Seahawks traveling to Detroit to take on the Detroit Lions. So let's start with the Titans and Dolphins. Titans look bad. The Dolphins look bad. This is an absolute garbage game. It should have been flexed and flip flopped with another game, but it is what it is. We got to pick a winner. I think this is a low scoring, close game. Give me the Titans to win 13-10. Um, and now the Seahawks and the Lions, both teams are good. Geno Smith has been looking really good for the Seahawks. Jared Goff and the receiving core and the run game have been looking very good for the Detroit Lions. Maybe I have a little Detroit Lion bias here, but give me the Lions to win in a close nail biter of a game, 26-23. With that said, we are finally done with the predictions here. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. I know it was a little long. Sorry about that. But let me know your thoughts down below. I look forward to hearing from everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. We'll see you in the next video.